This slideshow will be a very quick explanation of why using second person is not a good idea in academic writing, and we need to convert our second person to either first or third. Now, admittedly, on the AP exam, you are not going to be penalized for using second person. Second person is the use of you. But it does drive me a little crazy, to be honest. And also, when you get to college, your professors are going to have a heart attack. I think the two things that your profs are going to harp on you about that your high school teachers don't harp on you about are the use of second person and the use of passive voice. Those two things will be major issues for you in college. But there's good news once you get to college, which I'll cover on the last slide. So we need to convert from second person. I wrote this paragraph very quickly about Greta Thunberg, who we've been studying in class, and she was just nominated for her third Nobel Peace Prize. And you'll see that I've used second person throughout. So it says, the Nobel Prize Committee has nominated Greta Thunberg for the third time. She's up against the WHO, among others. You have to understand the seriousness of climate change. Thunberg is the face of the movement. You need to begin making changes in your lifestyle, just as Thunberg has. The U.S. needs to invest in more solar and wind energy. You need to buy an electric vehicle, or if your state hasn't made that possible yet, you at least need to purchase a vehicle that gets excellent gas mileage. And so the use of second person here is just very strange as a reader because it sounds like you're intimately knowledgeable of my life, right? Like, who are you to tell me that I need to understand the seriousness of climate change? Maybe I already understand, or maybe I think I understand. Who are you to tell me that I need to make changes in my lifestyle, or that I need to get an electric vehicle? Maybe I own an electric vehicle. Maybe I have a car that get excellent gas mileage. So when you use second person to the reader, which in this case would be me, right? It sounds as if you're preaching to them, that you're yelling at them, that you're directing your message at them, and that's what you want to avoid. So this slide, and I'm not going to read it again, this slide took all of the second person pronouns and converted them to first person pronouns. So you'll see a lot of we's in there. And of course, you could also convert to I, although I didn't really feel like in this case I made as much sense as we. And then another way to do it is to convert to third person. And, third person is using like they or she or he. In this case, I think they works. And then I also used the words society, people, and I think that's it, to also replace some of the pronouns. So instead of you need to buy electric vehicles, we have people need to buy electric vehicles. So obviously that's a noun there, but it's kind of acting as a pronoun in a way. Finally, I found a great article on grammar checkers that kind of rates them and reviews them. I think there are 10 of them on this website. Grammarly, of course, is on there, but then there are 9 others as well. And you all have free versions right now, and that's probably good enough. And the truth is, I bet it'll even be good enough once you get to college. But I don't know. It might be something that you want to consider investing in once you get to college, because your professors will expect you to turn in essays that, while they might be logically flawed, they are grammatically and mechanically as pristine as possible. They're not going to, and I don't like people who make professors seem like these curmudgeons that are rule sticklers and don't let you get away with anything, because that is not my experience at all with professors. They're some of the greatest people that I've ever met in my life, and they've had huge positive influences on me. But they will expect you to have done a lot more proofreading than I think some of you do for me, and you get away with that. Now, the good news is that while these grammar checkers, if you want the versions that you'll need in college, do cost money, every college has a writing center where you can go and get free help from maybe older students or grad students, or at the University of Indianapolis where I did my undergrad, there were even a professor or two that would be in there sometimes to help you with your paper. And I took every single paper I ever wrote without fail to the writing lab. And my gram mech was okay, but it never hurts to have another pair of eyes. So this grammar checker review article might be a good thing to check out, because as Nosferatu on this slide here will suggest, that is the way I feel, and that is the way your professors will feel when they read second person throughout your essay. Okay, thank you.